Aaron Glenn to be the head coach of the New York Jets. Let's talk Lions. Welcome back to an all-new episode here. Let's talk Lions. Today we're going to drink a little Michigan water, and we're going to celebrate. It's kind of like a funeral, you know. It's a celebration of life and what has been as Aaron Glenn moves on from Detroit, his tenure here as the defensive coordinator, to take that head coaching position. So to Aaron Glenn and our very dead defense, it's just always so good. It's so good. Aaron Glenn taking this position, congratulations to you. Over the last 4 years, I feel like Aaron Glenn has been an incredibly polarizing individual. I know some Lions fans who have hated him. I know some Lions fans who have loved him and stuck by him. The whole time I was aired on, he didn't have any players yet until this last season. Year one, coming in, starting from scratch. Year two, Alex Anzalone actually steps up, becomes the guy that he was supposed to be. Year three, here we are in, and I believe it, this would be year 3 or 4 of the defense. It's all a blur at this point. And the defense he constructed with Ali McNeil, the defense he constructed by going out and getting DJ Reader, with Hutchinson off the edge, Jack Campbell starting to step up, Alex Anzalone playing at the high level, Derek Barnes playing at a much higher level, learning the playbook well, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Ifatu Melifonwu, you name them, like Josh Pascal, Levi Onwuzurike finally getting in there. The defense finally became what Aaron Glenn wanted, and so this year I looked at it and I was like, no excuses. He'd been playing, or he'd been coaching with players who just weren't at the level they needed to be at, and we started to see them finally tick last year, and then this year coming in, I was like, man, this defense is gonna be different, and it was. And then we started losing some guys. Kaminsky goes down immediately. Okay, that's all right, no problem. Davenport goes out week 2. Oh, okay, all right. And then slowly but surely, the trickle effect of every defensive player going down. Aaron Glenn did a phenomenal job. Some of you don't want to hear that. Some of you look at that game and you're going to be like, well, we gave up 45 points to the Commanders. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we did. But Aaron Glenn found a way to hold the Vikings to 9. Aaron Glenn found a way to hold, with the players that he had, he did a phenomenal job. With all the injuries, Aaron Glenn has done so great. So I do believe he deserves a head coaching job. He was a Jet. He was a former first-round pick. It makes sense. The defense for the Jets has all the possibilities to be phenomenal. They just need the right leadership. Now, what's it going to be like now that Aaron Glenn is not a defensive coordinator, but rather a head coach? I guess we'll wait and see. Silver lining in it all is the Lions receive 2 comp picks for this. They come at the end of the 3rd round. One will be 2025. The other will be 2026. So, and it's due to the Rooney Rule. So the Detroit Lions do recoup 2 draft picks, and I trust my guy Brad Holmes to do work with them. Now, what happens at the DC position here in Detroit? I guess we'll wait and see. Maybe Shep ends up taking that slot. It's going to be interesting watching as Dan Campbell continues. Because here's the thing, my friends, as we sit and we mourn the loss of Ben Johnson going to the Bears. Had to be the friggin' Bears. I would have been so happy if it was the Raiders. I've been like, congrats. Frickin' Bears. It's fine. It's going to be fine. As we mourn the loss of losing both of our coordinators, it feels like the band is breaking up. You know, it's kind of that feeling where the band has been great. They've been on tour, but something happens. And it was amazing that we got another run this year with both of them, because I expected to lose at least one last year. This year, I was like, there's no way we're making it out with both these guys. And here we are now, January 21, 22, and both are gone. But Dan Campbell is still the Lions head coach. And the way he looks for players and the way he picked his OC and his DC, that ain't going to change. The way that he leads isn't going to change. I trust Campbell. I trust Holmes. I trust the organization to go out and find the right guys to lead this team. Quite frankly, I would love to see us promote from within. But, hey man, I don't know. We'll see what they do. We'll see who we snag, and we'll talk about it once we get them. For now, Aaron Glenn to the Jets, Ben Johnson to the Bears. The band is breaking up. Man, the desperation of wanting to win the Super Bowl with these guys this year. And I think it's this way every year. Is you only get one shot with who you have in that building at that moment. Because contracts end. Guys go elsewhere. Coaches go elsewhere. And that hope to seal it all with that Lombardi, with that squad that you have, that these guys have been together now for 3-4 years, like that is gone. I think that's the tough part. Trying to mentally process through this now as a fan of being like, the regime that was built to change everything here in Detroit, the regime that made the Lions go from one of the worst offensively to the best offensively, is gone. It's broken up. Now, it doesn't mean it's over at all. That is not what I'm saying. I think it's the sadness that comes with the fact that the boys who built it are starting to separate. And that hurts, man. But again, you look at some of these teams that are perpetually in the playoffs with different OCs and different DCs and different this, different that, and they find a way because good organizations do. So what will the Lions do? Who will the Lions be? Will they be one of those good organizations? And I believe they will, due to Sheila, due to Brad Holmes, due to Dan Campbell. They're going to find the right guys that mesh. So do not fret. I think everything's going to be just fine. Or do you become those organizations like the Panthers who have one run with Cam Newton and then disappear in a sunset in South Haven? Love South Haven. Beautiful place. Aaron Glenn to the Jets. Congratulations to him becoming a head coach. Congratulations to Jets fans everywhere. You guys got a stud, but you already knew that because you had him first. Here we are. DC-less, OC-less. Let's see what the Lions do. Let's see who we get. Hopefully we don't lose Hank Fraley or Williams. We got some guys I hear potentially getting poached, so let's keep our eyes peeled. See where everything continues to go. But again, I think there's nothing to be afraid of. I think the Lions are going to be just fine. This is an organization that has been built from the ground up to be able to withstand the storm. And we're going to be good for years to come. So, that is it. That is everything I have to say today. What a weird time seeing our guys get poached. This hasn't happened before. This is new. This is new. But yeah, man, that is it. That is it for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. And enjoy a Two-Hearted Michigan water. On me. Well, not on me. Because I don't have your Venmo.